David, Kenny, Mike, Franco, how you doing? Hi, everybody. Can you hear me now? Jason West here. Hi, David, Kenny, Mike, Franco, and there's quite a lot of you coming on board right now. So we've got a lot of people coming in. Hi, Henrik. How you doing? Nestor, Kevin, Georgius, Reza. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming on in. So today then, we're going to go over how to use fastBots, how to use some of our new features, and what we've been up to, what we have got coming up over the next month or so in terms of development. So there's a lot going on. In fact, there's always something going on because we're constantly developing the platform to make it better. And we make it better according to what you need. And one of the ways that we do that, by the way, in case you haven't seen it at this point, is via our roadmap. So everyone is more than welcome to come along to here. You can register for free and then go ahead and add a feature that you would like us to implement. And if we get enough votes and enough people who want it, then we will go ahead and build it. It's that simple. So as far as we're concerned, we're kind of constantly developing a platform for you, our users, the most important people. So it is no point in us trying to come up with things on our own. We, all the time, we want to try and accommodate your needs to make the chatbot the best platform we can for you. So as you can see, straight off here, we've got the most important thing that everybody is asking for at the moment is actually live chat. So even though the AI does such a great job of being able to deal with incoming questions, some people still want the ability for the AI to hand over to a live person who can then continue the conversation with the user and, hopefully solve their problems for them. So we are in the middle of building that right now. And you can take a little look and see what we're doing by clicking on the roadmap at the top here. And you can see that in progress at the moment, we've got Google Drive integration, live chat. There's also a lot of other things that we have done already, which you can see down here. And there's usually a bit more information on them if you want to just go ahead and click on them. So you can see we're basically super busy in terms of constantly developing the platform. So that's the main thing. We don't want to stand still. So what I'm going to do for you then in this presentation, we're not going to do slides. Slides are boring and they don't really teach you how to use this platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build one. And I'm going to build it for quite a big site that would actually previously not have been possible had it not been for our new system. So let me just get that up now. Where are we? Here we go. And we will switch over to it. There you go. So this is a big kind of city website. This is for Coral Gables. Some of our American friends online here will probably know where that is, in Florida. Beautiful city here. And this is kind of their, civic website that deals with the government, or all the different services that local residents can use and learn about. And all you need to do to go and create a chatbot now for this site is, if we just go up here, I'm just going to go into my fastBots account, and we'll call it, here we go, Coral Gables, and we'll make it public. You can change this, by the way. Making it public just means that it can be added to a website and people can see it, really. So if you just plan on using a chatbot in your own account, which we have a lot of users who do that, then that's absolutely fine. You can just not tick that. And now you're the only person who's going to be able to use it by logging into your account. But let's just click Let's Go. And now this is the first part of what we do, is we can enter in the website link there. Not everybody will want to use a website to train their chatbot, and that's fine. So we've got the ability for you to just drag in files that are on your hard drive, like documents, CSV files, PDFs, all of that kind of thing, all of which go into secure storage. So don't be worried about any kind of security issues. No, the things that you upload are not used to train the chatbot. So don't worry about that. And now, when we put in our website here, you'll see we've got two different crawlers. So we've got the fast crawler. Now, this will do for most projects, for most websites. And it was working. This was all we had until a couple of days ago. And so, we've managed to hit, I don't know now, I think it's about 39,000 users on the platform with just our standard crawler. However, there were some websites which were a bit difficult to go around, and some websites will automatically block crawlers, which is what we will do, a crawl around their website, and it'll go, oh, hang on, why is this person visiting like 19 web pages in a minute? It's obviously, doing something to our site, panics, and then just stops access. So with that in mind, we create a very, very elaborate and expensive system that will almost simulate a human going around a website so that we can grab the content, which 9 times out of 10 is actually for the website owner anyway, and then it will do the job. So you can choose between these two. Bear in mind, obviously, the browser crawler is simulating a human, so it's going to take a little bit more time. So you just press start like that. You can also train off YouTube URLs as well. So YouTube videos that have tons of great content in, you can just go ahead and grab the URL, put it into here, and that will also train your chatbot. So this is really where we feed the information to the chatbot for it to use to answer questions. Very, very simple. So I'm just having a little look at some of the questions here that are coming through. Will you send a copy of the webinar to us? Yes, we will, Kenny. Not a problem. Reginald is saying about Zapier. Can I manage with their free plan? Yeah, you can actually. We'll talk about Zapier and what you can do and turn your chatbots into more interactive agents than just chatbots. So here we are then. It's going around the website. You can see it's already got 61 pages that it's gone through. And what the system does is it kind of counts how much in the way of characters there are on the page. What do we mean by characters? Simply like a bit of text, basically. And then it'll just count them all up like that. And that will go towards your limits, depending on what plan you're on with fastBots. And we can just leave that running. And what it will do is we'll just email you as soon as it's finished. So, and you can navigate away from this page now and not be sort of concerned. It's not going to stop. If we go back to it, we go to links and then crawled links. You can see it's still just carrying on happily in the background there. And then eventually it will just stop. And you can then choose which of these pages that you would like added into the chatbot's memory, because there'll be some of them that you think, well, I don't need that page. That's not going to be any good, or I don't particularly want that document in there. So you can just untick them like this. So if I just zoom in there you go. You can just see down here, you can then just change that. And then when you're happy and you've got all the ones that you want, then you can just click this button here that says add for training. And so just to speed up that process so you don't have to wait for that to happen, I'll go over to this one that I did a little bit earlier on. And there you go. You can see on this one, we've got 167 pages indexed already because I added them to training. If I want to go ahead and add any more, I can do that. And I can just delete all the links that we found just here. And that's it done. So now they're all just sat in here and just getting indexed up, which means that we now have the information from this. So if I was to click on a page, let's just say this one here, legacy permit inspections. Let's go and have a look at that page. So anything that's on that page there, we have that information now. There's not a lot on that particular one, but we've got it. And so then if you're creating this for your own site, you need to now kind of think about what you want the chatbot to actually do. What is its main role? So we just click on here where it says Tune AI. There we go. And so now you could, the first thing you'll do is you can choose the type of AI model that you want to your chatbot to use. And the reason that we've included like all of these different ones is because just in case there's an issue with one company. So for example, OpenAI, who I'm sure you've heard of, who built ChatGPT, they run these two models, GPT-4o Mini and GPT-4o. Then we've got Anthropic's models, which are Claude Haiku and Claude Sonnet. And then finally, we've got Google's models, Gemini and Gemini 1.5 Flash and 1.5 Pro. So we've got 3 different companies that you can use their AI from because they're always changing. And you will get slightly different answers depending on which one you choose. And so that's why we tend to say, pick one, go ahead and test out your chatbot. And I'll show you how to do that in a moment, and then see if you like the answer. And if you do, great. But if you want to go then and just ask the exact same question, but just change it to a different model, and then save it down here, and then see what it answers like and which one you prefer, really. But generally speaking, the best that I like personally is probably this one, which is the GPT-4o. And then down here, we've got the creativity setting. Now, don't get crazy with this. Some people, and we should probably make this clearer, just keep it down here, like 3 or 4% max. Don't go up here. Otherwise, what's happening is you're kind of giving the chatbot more freedom and more freedom and more freedom to come up with its own thoughts about how, the answer should be. And it relies less on the information that you've given it. So keep it low and you will get very good, accurate answers. You won't be getting what they call hallucinations, where it starts recommending crazy stuff. Then this is the really important part just here. So we've given you some templates to train your chatbot with. Well, kind of to teach it what to do is probably a better term. And you can see here, we've got ones for like hospitality. Let me zoom in a little bit there for you. Education, e-commerce. So depending on what industry you are in, you might want to start off with one of these. So if I was with this one, I'd probably just go like general customer service, because we're doing, this website here, which is just a general town, city website. And then you can have a read through here. So for example, in this section, you'll see these little brackets here. You can change this to your own name, your own company name. So you are a customer service chatbot for, and I would put there, Coral Gables, I'll put government. There we go. And then it says your primary role is to assist customers by answering questions related to products and services. Now, that does not necessarily ring true for what we want. So you can just change it. So we'll just say your primary role is to assist local residents with information about the city of Coral Gables and its services. There we go. Now I could obviously extend on that depending on what I wanted it to do, but that's like a basics there. And then you can see this line of text just here that says what to do if the chatbot does not have the answer, because ultimately if we don't give it the answer by giving it all the information from the website, then there's going to be some things it's going to be asked that it doesn't know the answer to. So we'll just take that, we'll put it down the bottom here. Just going to delete that out. There you go. And then you can see there, it says, add the reply the bot should give when it does not know the answer to a question. So we've put, apologies, I don't have that information. Please contact our support team at. So I would go to here and I would come down the bottom there and I just say, take that telephone number there. And then I can just put that in my instruction. There we go. I'll put contact our support team on blah, blah, blah for assistance. Perfect. So once we've made those changes, we'll click save. We'll want to save this prompt because it's a custom prompt now. You've made it. And I'll put it as Coral Gables. And you can adjust this at any time you want to. So that is now, like, imagine if you had a real person who was answering the chatbot messages. This is how you would train them. You'd say, this is what I want you to do. And then you've got, for example, down here, guidelines and restrictions. So the reason that we put that on is to stop people like asking stupid questions and then the bot trying to answer them. If they ask, like, I don't know, which president was alive in 1956 in Cuba or something, then it would just say, apologies, I don't know the answer. So it wouldn't try and answer it from outside of your knowledge that you have given it. So that's what we do with this section here. Now, another really good feature, which is on some of our higher paid plans, I think they might be on, don't quote me on this, you can have a look at our pricing in a bit, but I think it might be on from business onwards. Anytime that the chatbot does not know an answer and it actually displays this, the thing that the person asked will automatically appear here in the Q&A section. You can get notified every time the chatbot doesn't know the answer and just come right on in here and then answer it correctly. And then over time, what happens is you're just making your chatbot smarter and smarter and smarter. And then next time it gets asked that question, or even a differently phrased version of that question, it will then be able to give the exact right answer that you want it to. So does that make sense? Tyree, yes, this is going to be recorded as well. So there we go. So that's a really nice feature of the Tune AI. So now we've done that, that is basically put our chatbot in the position now to be able to respond to any question, right from the off. It should be able to do that now. So let me just get this back up. Here we go. So here's our chatbot. The only other thing that we would want to change as well is the appearance. At the moment, you can see we've got this standard little bot here, and I'm going to show you how to change that as well. But let's just go and have a look at what we can ask a question about that's been indexed here. Say we've already got 172 index pages. You can click on these at the top, and they will just literally show you all of those. So if we want to see just the pages that have already been indexed, we can do that. So this one here is called Venetian Pool Programs. Let's have a little look here. There you go. So this is all about like swimming club and everything there. So I'm going to ask a question about that to the chatbot now. Let's have a little look here. And I'll just put in, tell me about your pool programs. There we go. So we'll get rid of that. We don't want to do that. There you go. And then now we'll just have a little look. And there you go. Straight away, it's given us a great answer all about that, every little detail. And it's even given us a link to the page. Let me just zoom in there. There we go. So you can see right now, there is the answer. The Venetian Pool offers a variety of programs suitable for all ages and abilities. And here are some of the key offerings. And then at the end there, it will give you a link to the main page. If I click it, and there it is. So now I don't know, I haven't tried this, but I'm going to throw myself in a little bit here. Now, if we were to use their existing chatbot that they have on their site, now this is like an old-fashioned chatbot. This is the kind of chatbot that basically led people to not like chatbots in many cases. So if I said the exact same thing, in fact, I'll literally copy and paste what I said there. There you go. If I go back to there and I say, tell me about your pool programs, let's see what this chat does. And this isn't fully like automated by the look of it. Oh, it looks like it's going to try and send me to someone. Let's have a look. Let's just put leave, chat with an expert. There you go. I think 1 minute it was like giving it to me as an automated thing, and then it was giving it to me like to actually connect me with a real person, I think. So let's just see what that does. Two ticks. Looks like there's never going to be an agent coming. And now, there is another demonstration of why live chat often sucks. People aren't always available to be able to deal with your chat. And so what do you do as a user? You get bored, you give up, and you press the back button and you're gone. So I can't even ask the question to do this demo. So there you go. I think, oh, there we are. I'll go back to this old window here and then I'll put it in there. Let's see what it says now. And now it's gone. Please select the service type: storm drain, catch basin, or flooding. So I rest my case. You either get a live agent who's too busy to be able to take your message or deal with you, or you get a dreadful answer. And so, no offense to Coral Gables, who I'm sure are trying their very best here, but with this particular software, they're unable to do a good job for people visiting their website. And that's where, we come in when we can give such a great answer as this, which is highly accurate. Now, what about if we wanted to make this chatbot look nice and fit in with their brand? Well, all we need to do for that is go to appearance. First of all, we want to change the title. We don't want fastBots up there. So we'll just put Coral Gables support. There we are. And then we can put this is probably okay. Hi, how can we help you today? We can make it pop up as well after a couple of seconds on the site, a little bit like we do when you go to fastBots. You'll see just down the bottom there. Then we get this little pop-up message appear, which is exactly, oh, I'm in the way. I've just seen I'm in the way, but you can kind of see it behind me there. There's a little welcome message down the bottom right. Let me just see if I can actually move me. Let me have a look. Turn screen share off. Windows. God knows how you do it on this thing. Let's have a little look here. Attendees chat poll settings. Maybe that's it. Nope, that's not it. Background effects. No, we don't want that either. Video. I can turn my video off for a second. There we go. That's the easiest way, isn't it? So there you can see exactly where it appears down that bottom right. And then you just get that little message there. Let me just move it up a little bit so you can see it even more. There we go. That's about right. So you get that little pop-up message. And then when they actually press it, it'll make a noise like that. So that's the best way to do it. And then now if we want to make this look like their site, all we need to do is just come down here and we can change over the branding here. We can upload our own logo. So I could just download this logo for the moment or just do a little screenshot of it. There we go. We'll just do that for now. And then I can upload that there, and that will be on my desktop. There we go. You know, so it's not perfect, but obviously I've just put it in there like that. And then color-wise, I can always just drag this out of here. And we have a color dropper facility here. So you can just grab this and then just go anywhere on your screen and you can just grab the right color. So it makes it a lot easier there. There you go. So we just grab like these colors that are blending in nicely, and we can use that same little dropper system there to go and get it for that. And then the background of this, well, we could also just use that same screenshot or just go and get our own branding there as well. So that's the basics done of it. We can also choose if we want to make a sound to kind of alert people's attention to it. Let's just move this back. There we are. So just down here, we can choose a sound. I'm going to go with that one there. There you go. And that's it. We're all good to go. So that's how you would create the chatbot and make it look nice for them. But there's some other things you can do too, and that's in the suggestions. If you have somebody who is constantly asking the same questions in your chatbot, and this is a tip for you, go and have a look in the chat history and see if people are saying the same thing all the time, like, you know, how much your price is or how fast is delivery. You can just enter that here as a previous sort of suggestion. So I could just put in there like swimming on this one. And then I could pick something else. Let's take a little look here. But I could just put services directory and so on, and just keep going. And then what that allows people to do is to just come along to the chatbot, and they can just press that instead of actually, you know, typing it out themselves, which gets more people to use the system. And there you go. You can see the service directory and so on. And it gives us a nice link straight through to that services directory right there. And this having a chatbot on your website does so much more than just answer questions. For one thing, it actually keeps people on the site, which of course is, you know, super important. At the end of the day, the way that you gain search rankings, for example, in Google, one of the elements that Google determines is how long are people spending on your site. Are they coming to your site and then just having a quick look around and then go, oh, I can't find what I need, I'm off. And if so, then, you know, you are going to get down ranked for that. It's a definite part of their algorithm. So having a chatbot can keep people on your website, keep them sticking around, and give them the exact information that they need really, really quickly. So when someone has obviously used your chatbot, how will you know? Well, as you log in, you can see there the number of users, the number of messages that have been sent are there, and how much training data you've used of your allowance. And then just here, we can have a look at our chat history. And there we are. Now, this can be automatically sent through to you. So if you just go to configure email, every time there's a chat, you can just put in the email addresses that you'd like that chat to be sent to, and we'll send it to you as a PDF. So you can look at it at your leisure. Also, we will also translate the conversation for you. So if, for example, you've got chats, and I'll just have a quick look at our one just here. Goodness knows how many chats we've got. As you can imagine, with fastBots, this is our bot. We're pretty busy. We've done, 52,000 messages there. From people all over the world are using our chatbot all the time. Well, if we go to the chat history here, you can see a lot of these are just people who have pressed the button, for example, down here like this. And then there's other people who have typed in their things. But what you will see is that there are languages that you don't understand. All you need to do is just select them. So in my case, this one here, which I guess is probably Spanish, I can just click translate. And now that will translate for us in just literally, a couple of minutes. It'll be done. And then you'll be able to see it and read it and understand it. And so it will do that automatically before it emails you the chat. So that's another nice feature of our system. And then finally, how do you use the thing? How do you put it on the website and actually use it? What are the ways that you can use it? Well, that is here in deploy. So first of all, you can use this as a direct link. So, or this QR code. You're welcome right now. If you want to, just scan that QR code with your phone, and it will just bring the chatbot straight up that I've just created right now on Coral Gables. So that's really, really useful. And then you can direct link to it here. So if we go to our chatbot, there you go. There's our chatbot ready to go. You can see our previous conversation. And I can always start a new one by clicking clear chat. So that's one way of using it. Like you could put it, for example, as well in the bottom of your emails as a signature. You can put the QR code, just say, hey, chat with our chatbot for any support or assistance. Then just down here, we've got the add to a website. So that is the way that we have it on fastBots like that. That's that method. You can see the screenshot there. It kind of gives you a clue as to, how it will look on your site. And then finally, this method is to embed it into a page already open and done. And a demonstration of that would be on our support page, which is there. So you can see our chatbot's already here. We can already ask questions and it's just open all the time. So that's those are the three ways that you can use your chatbot. Is that clear, everybody? Is everybody still here and with me and involved? Tyree, Joseph, Sydney, Krill, how you doing? Nick? Yeah, definitely there'll be a recording of this as well. Who else is on board? Wow, we have loads of people. Yeah, Georges, Marcel, Reza, Andre. There's page after page of people. I can't keep up with who they are. Daryl, David, Edwin, Christian. Great. So we're all here. And now once you've deployed it, that is basically it. You now have a fully working chatbot on your website, trained on your data and your data alone, and it will not go outside of that information to answer a question. Job done. So then advanced things. Let's talk about more advanced things that you can do. Well, you can use your chatbot in a lot more ways than simply adding it to your website. And this is what a lot of people are doing, is connecting it to their WhatsApp business numbers. And it will do everything that it would do here, right there on WhatsApp. A great system. It works. Everyone's got WhatsApp. Like there's billions of users on WhatsApp. Specific countries use it more than others, but basically it's a super popular social media platform. And then your chatbot will just respond to any inbound messages on there and your website simultaneously. And then also you can do the same with Messenger, but we can go a little bit further with Messenger. You can connect it to your business page on Facebook. And you can, once you've connected it to your account, you can choose the page or pages that you want it to reply to inbound messages for. And also you can get it to reply to comments as well. So if somebody comments on any of your posts, the chatbot will read it and then respond to it. Now, if you wanted to have it respond in a different way for comments, for example. So maybe you don't want a massive, great answer. Then you could just set up another chatbot with all the same information in and just give it a different instruction in the Tune AI to just give short responses, or get it to do a specific thing, like to like your page or whatever you want. And that's why we have, these different plans on fastBots with multiple chatbots, because you can use them for different things. You can use one chatbot to do multiple jobs. That's absolutely fine. However, you might find that you just want to, have some sort of nuanced responses depending on the platform. We've got guides, by the way, as well. If you just click on any of these here, they will take you straight to the lesson on how to do the integration step by step as well. That's what all these little question marks are for up here. You can connect it with Make, with Instagram. It will do responses to all of your messages as well, and comments. And then we can connect it up with Zapier and Make. Now, that is a webinar in itself. But in simple terms with Zapier, you can connect it up to 7,000 different apps. You can send things to your chatbot, messages and things to your chatbot, emails to your chatbot, and your chatbot will craft a response and then can send it to another app. So it's crazy how far you can go with that. And then we're going to talk about Zapier AI actions in a moment, because that's our latest feature, and that's what really transforms these chatbots into much more than just a question and answer chatbot. You then will have the ability to turn it into an interactive agent. And I'm going to try and show you how that will work live. We've also got some pre-recorded tutorials as well in our help section. So that's that. Then we've got settings. If there's some settings in here that you might want to change over. So you might want to change the name of the chatbot. That's only for you and your own mind. When you go to your account, you'll see the name of it just there. Then for security purposes, not essential, but it's up to you how important it is. But if you can lock it down to only be allowed to be embedded on your website. So say someone was clever enough to kind of go into your site code, find our code, grab that code, and then put it onto another website and use it for their own uses, which I don't know why they would, because usually the chatbot's tailored around your business, then in theory they could, but not if you put in your domain here. So you can put in we would put in coralgables.com, and now only that website can embed the chatbot, and we can just click save. Then also we can do rate limiting. So just say you had some nutter decide to ask it hundreds of questions about nothing and keep annoying the chatbot. We can throttle it down. We can say, no. You can only ask so many questions within a given time frame. So that's a good thing as well. Don't find that we need to use it, to be honest with you, but some people wanted that feature. And as we're making this for you guys, we put it in. Then we've got down here, email branding and custom domains. Now, these are white label features. If you are interested in actually selling chatbots to other people, to other businesses, then you perhaps should probably watch the webinar that we're doing next month on our white label program. And we will go into details on how you can basically white label the chatbot completely so that you can sell it to a client, charge them whatever you want per month for it. And then they have no idea that fastBots is the platform that's powering it. Welcome aboard. Some more people have joined us. I know many of you are all around the world watching this webinar, so I appreciate it if you are getting up really early or you are up really late. That's brilliant. We've got Gilbert from Sweden. How you doing? You've just joined in. Lovely. So then other things that you might want to do with your chatbot. What if you've got some team members that you would like to give access to the chatbot to, so they can, keep an eye on it, look at the conversation history and get involved? Well, all you need to do is to get them to sign up for a free account just up here. Just get started free. They don't have to do anything. They'll just have a free fastBots account, basically. And then all you need to do is just add in their email address just there, Once they've done that, and then they will appear here, you can just click plus. So if I just put in me, for example, there we go. I'm a free user, so I can add me, and there I am now. I will be able to log into my own account, and this chatbot will then appear in my account. I won't have access to the billing and everything for this user, so we don't need to worry about that from a security point of view, but they will have access to your chatbot and be able to help you out. For example, if you have a virtual assistant or something like that. So I can see that people are already using the chatbot, and some people have scanned it. So well done for those of you who had a little go there and scanned the QR code. That's brilliant. So I'd like to now show you, if I can, some of the more advanced features that we were talking about that we've released. And that one is Zapier AI Actions. So first of all, you can use this for free with Zapier. I think you get 100 tasks per month for free. So I've had a little look at their plan here. You can see it here. So this free one just here, you've got 2-factor authentication. And then just down here like this, there you go. We've got seats, support and so on. But you can do 2-step zaps. Now, the only difference really that I can see is obviously the number of tasks that you can do a day is, per month is 100. But the big thing is the time that it takes to implement them. So it's 15 minutes. That's all. So say, for example, you had an urgent action that you wanted to do, or like you were to send an email with your chatbot, it would take 15 minutes for it to pick that up. So that's worth bearing in mind. You probably would want to, go to one of these higher plans if you want something instantaneous. But I'm going to go now and I'm going to show you this. So if we click on Add Actions, here's what you would need to do. So you sign up for Zapier, first of all. I've already done that. And then I can just put in my key here. There's an API key. And if you want to get that, once you've signed up with Zapier, I'm just going to click on there. There we go. So I can just grab my API key like that, and then go back, put it into here. And now it will load up any actions that I've already created. But if you haven't created any at this point, that's fine. You can just go ahead and do that. So we'll do that right now. There we go. You can see my actions and then manage actions. Now, I'm not sure if I can actually share this with you. I'm going to try and share this particular window with you now, because it's one of those tiny little pop-up windows. So let me see if I can do it. I'll turn screen share off, turn it back on again. There we are. And now I will pick that little tab. There you go. It's gigantic for you, so sorry about that. But there you go. You can see these are some actions that I've been playing around with. But you can just click Add New Action. And what you've got to imagine is that this is really basically giving your chatbot a tool to use. It's giving it a tool to pick up and use that it doesn't have the ability to do. Now you're giving it this new superpower, as it were. So I can put in there, for example, with Gmail. I want to do something with Gmail. I can go, right, I'm going to give it the ability to send an email or reply to an email or do any of these different things that you might want it to do. Even ChatGPT, write an email. There's all kinds of different stuff that you can do. And as you already know, there is the ability for this to be able to connect up with like 7,000 different apps. So, which one do you connect it to? And then if we just go back to here, I'm just going to stop sharing that one. And then I'm going to go back to mine because I've already gone ahead and connected up. Let's go to the right chat window. There we go. That's it. There we are. So I'm back over here now, and I'm going to choose the action that says create an event with Google Calendar. Now, this one's a popular one, and we can leave all of these things blank. That's fine. And then we can leave this just here. This is very important. Now, this part, we pre-fill this for you, so you don't have to worry about it. But this is basically telling the chatbot, telling the AI what this action does. so that it then knows when to use it. So you can see it says it creates a new event in Google Calendar. And so we want the chatbot to understand that. And once we've done that, it appears just here. And that's it. Now, the chatbot won't really do anything with that unless I specifically say, can I book an appointment or something? But we can go to here and we can go in our Tune AI section. And I'm going to now add in another instruction just here. And I'm going to put, there we go. If someone wants to book an appointment, please use the calendar and find them a suitable time to book. There we go. And then I'll just save that. And that's it done. So I'll give that a try now. I've just spelled that wrong, haven't I? Not that it probably matters because the AI probably understands that as well. So we'll also go to make sure that our AI is on GPT-4o, which is my preference. We'll turn that creativity up a tiny bit. Those are the best settings in my opinion that I've, obviously I do this day in, day out. I use this all the time, and those are the best settings in my opinion. So now we'll go to our chatbot just here, and then we'll say, can I book an appointment? There we go. And then we'll see how that responds just there. There we go. Certainly. Please let me know the type of appointment you'd like to book and your preferred date and time, and I'll assist you in scheduling it. I would like an appointment next week on Wednesday, at 1 p.m. Let's see what it says there now. Now, if it needs more information, it will probably ask me for it. So now it understands what I'm trying to do. You see, it's got the please wait just there. It's now gone, yeah, I need to use the Zapier action to do this. So I'm going to connect up right now, and then let's take a little look. Now it's checked the calendar, and it says there your appointment has been scheduled for next week, and so on. And there you go. You can view the event details and make any necessary changes through this calendar there. There we go. Now, one thing that I should have definitely done there in the Tune AI is to get it to ask the person's name, email address, and so on. But I think it knows me because I'm logged in. But that's what you would do. You would get it. Just say, when you do a booking, please ask for the person's name and their email address, and then make the booking using the Zapier action. And that would be it done. And then we go to the calendar event, and then it's just there. So if I just go to my calendar, let me just see if that works there. There you go. So that's my calendar. I think, oh, that's the wrong day, isn't it? So it's probably next week, I think it was. But January the 29th. But there you go. So that's how the Zapier action works. And then we can do other actions as well. So now if we go over to here, we can give it more tools. We don't just have to just give it the one job to do with that, which is to book appointments. We can give it loads of different things that it can do. So it can be super multi-skilled. So I'll just put in the API key again there, and then I will go to this one, send an email. And now what it's going to do is send an email to somebody when the time is appropriate to do that. So we'll go back to our Tune AI, and this time I'm going to say, if someone would like to have more information emailed to them, ask for their name and email address, and send them a full email with the information they requested. There we go. It's just simple English that we're using. We don't need to learn programming and things like that anymore, coding. We're just using standard English, which, kind of half jokingly, it's true, but like the AI community kind of calls English languages as the new programming language, because this is what we're doing. We're all turning into coders, and then it works fine. So now if we go to our overview here, so I would just say something about the swimming pool. Let's do that. And there's all the information as normal, which is great. But I'll say, can you email me the information about the pool, please? Here we go. And now it's asked for exactly what I said. Please provide your name and email address. So I'll put, so it's Jason. Email address is JYOS. There we go. Done. And now we should be able to connect to Zapier. Just having a little think about it. There you go. And now it's doing that. And all of this is taking place in the background. Doesn't take very long at all. And what I'll do is I'll try and bring up my email as well. Let me just bring it over to here. I'm going to try and bring that email up. We go. Wow. And there it is already. So I will put that just here for you. There you go. And there it is. So information you asked for. Hello, Jason. Thank you for your interest in the Venetian pool. Here is some information you might find useful. There it is. And then for more information, you can visit our website. Best regards, Coral Gables customer service. So that's pretty cool. I think that is pretty cool. And there you go. It's just confirmed that it's done that just there. So this can just go on and on and on. And we can give it so many different tools and instructions that this can really, really help people. And we can also make it proactive if we want to. You saw that, I had to ask for the information there. Like I had to say, can you please email me the information? Well, I could have likewise just had the chatbot say, would you like me to email that information to you? And then it would do exactly the same. So it can be a very proactive sales tool. And that's really what you've got here now is it's a lot more than, like I say, a simple question and answer chatbot. It can be a lead generation machine. You can be, warming up potential customers. You can be doing all kinds of different things with this. And it's just really up to you to have a look at the processes that you have in your business that could be implemented into fastBots to streamline your business and help grow it for you. Because you can put our chatbot straight into a landing page for any ad campaigns that you might be running. And, you've got an interactive salesperson effectively there. Very, very powerful stuff. Okay, so we've got loads and loads of questions coming in here. Let's have a little look here. Daryl's asked a question. I might start highlighting some of these questions, and then we can try and get as many answered as possible. Some people saying they're interested in the fastBots agency as well. Yep, we will talk about that. We're going to be doing some absolutely unbelievable changes to our platform very soon as well that will enable you to be fully white labeled, which means at the moment you can join our program and then you can resell chatbots, but you can't ever have a user log into this back end because they'll see that it's us. However, that's going to change. We're going to give you the ability to have your own domain so that you can, and your own logo and branding and stuff up here so that you can even have clients log in to see their own chatbot back end that you manage for them. So we're going to be doing some amazing stuff with our platform in terms of white labeling and reselling. But we've already got many resellers around the world doing some fantastic things with the platform as it is. So do look out for that webinar, which I think will probably be middle of next month, something like that. First thing we're going to do is get live chat done and implemented so that, someone here will probably add a button or something like that here that says talk to a human. And then the conversation will continue with a real person once they've been notified that they need to join the conversation. Cool. Okay. So now let's just have a little look here at some of these questions. We've got a gazillion of them. So I'm going to try and go through and if necessary, actually demonstrate how to solve the problem. Let's have a little look here. So a question from Kirill. I hope I've pronounced your name right there. Is it possible to learn more about setting up Zapier AI actions? Can it help to gather leads in the chat without the form? Yeah, definitely. 100%. You can have it even just link up to a Google form or post that information to you, email it, put it in ActiveCampaign, MailChimp, whatever you want. There's no problem with that. So where do you learn about that? I am going to drop into the chat here, or make it appear somewhere. Let's have a little look here. To everybody, there you go. There is the guide, which is a full video breakdown. Obviously, you can pause it, enlarge it, put it on your screen so you can really take it all in. That is how you learn how to use Zapier Actions to make your chatbots an interactive AI agent. Now, another person, Mohammed, you've mentioned about connecting to WhatsApp. That's a tricky one to kind of demonstrate live, but don't worry. I've got you covered. I will find the actual video tutorial and I'll send it to you right now. Or it's a kind of step-by-step. Here it is. I'm going to put that in the chat as well. So let me mark that up. WhatsApp tutorial. And then put that in there as well. There you go. So that's the other one. Oh, I've put it in there silly, haven't I? I put it in there wrong. Hold on a minute. Let me just edit that. It's there we go. Let's just change that up. There we are. Get rid of that and that. There you go. So that link will work now. That will take you to learn how to do this. Okay. So yeah, Henrik, you're mentioning about white label. I definitely will be in touch about that. Yeah, Denmark is really good with online stuff. We've got a lot of clients in Denmark, and yeah, I think you would do very well there. Quite a progressive country in terms of online use. Tim has asked, can we use our chatbot through Zapier to provide analysis of our customer data for our team? Good question. Basically, yes, because you can simply send whatever you want to your chatbot through Zapier, and it will give you a response and then send that response wherever you want. So it could go back into a Google Sheet. It could go by email to you, can do whatever you want it to do. Let's have a little look here and the question and answers. Microsoft Teams integration. Well, I mean, again, you could do, Craig has asked, when will you have Microsoft Teams? Well, basically, you will have that now because you can use that with Zapier Actions. So I know Microsoft Teams is there as an AI action. So you could link your chatbot up to that right now. That's no problem. Another question here. Let me just have a little look. Why does the form information feed into our initial form? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so this again. I'm not quite sure about that question. Is there any way that I can test my chatbot without taking away from my monthly limit? Not at the moment, Majed. You know, you obviously get like 50 odd messages. I think we give you free anyway. And then after that, you should have a good idea of whether your chatbot's going to do the job for sure by after 50 messages trying it out. But even then, you can just jump on a plan. Our plans are really good value. And if you turn around to me and said, "Oh, do you know what? I've paid for a month, and now it doesn't do what it's not answering very well." Obviously, we try and sort the problem out. But if it's that bad, we give you a refund. We're pretty confident it does what it does, and it's fairly black and white, to be honest. Now let's have a little look what else we've got here. Does the chatbot read Spanish and translate Spanish to users? Great question. Thank you for that question. And the answer is yes. You can, if you want to, just make it Spanish right from the off. We can do that here. And we can say to it right here. You are a customer service chatbot for, Coral Gables. Your primary role is blah, blah, blah. You should only or only communicate using Spanish. Spanish language. There we are. We can just do that. That's fine. And then you can upload all of your documents and everything, add links all in Spanish. In fact, any of the 95 popular languages, you can both upload information to train your chatbot in Dutch or German, Italian, Spanish, whatever you want, Japanese, it doesn't matter. And then you can also have your chatbot just speak in that language if that works best for you. So there's that. Good question, that one, Reginald. Thank you for that. So what else have we got here, guys? We've got that one. Why are there two Zapiers? Good question, Rick. So with the integrations there, this one is just for you to go and connect to Zapier to build Zaps in the traditional way, where you have one app here, then you connect it to another app there, and then you do it like that. And you'll find that when you do a search on Zapier for fastbots, we're already there, ready to go. But the actions is different. The actions is kind of bringing in other apps into your chatbot, so it's different. But good question. Now let's have a little look here. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. So, Conan Jean-Claude, I'm trying a Zapier AI action. It didn't succeed to activate MySQL legacy. I don't know about that one. I would definitely submit a ticket to our support team. That sounds like a pretty deep thing when you're connecting to MySQL databases and stuff. But here's another good question. Daryl, can the chatbot handle deciphering legal documents into simplified terms? Yes. So we have a very good client who is a solicitor, for example, who uploads all of their documents into the chatbot and then will use all of those documents to help him write simple emails to clients that explain those complicated documents in simple terms, and obviously massively reduce the time it takes to write an email. So definitely in the legal profession, chatbot, very, very useful indeed. You can create multiple ones if you need to as well. Another question from Mike here. Let me just broadcast this one. Further on the language, can one upload any language but still answer in Spanish? Yes, you can. You can mix and match, as it were. You could upload in one language, but then invite people to speak in another one. So yeah, it's very, very good like that. You can do it all, really. There we go. Let's have a little look. When will we have access to the chat log via Zapier for integration to our CRM? Well, any chat that takes place, like the one that just did, we can go to our chat history and we can see the full chat there that, even though it did use Zapier, but if you're meaning doing it through as a normal Zap workflow, then yeah, good question. That will still appear in your chat history. 100%. I've tested it. It still comes in your chat history. So one way or another, you get to see what your chatbot is saying. So that's very, very important. And yeah, now let's just move on to another question. Can I let the chatbot sign the PDF file? Let me have a little look at this one. Let's have a look at this one. Here we go. Majed, can I let the chatbot sign the PDF file and send it back to the customer through WhatsApp? Geez, I don't know about that one. Signing PDFs and everything would really need like a different platform, like DocuSign or something like that. You may be able to get the chatbot to email the user a document from DocuSign for them to then sign. Yeah, that's probably possible. As I say, the ability to connect up all these different platforms to your chatbot and then get the AI to implement these different things is 100% possible. So what I would say with that is give it a try. Hook it up to something like DocuSign, and then that will be able to then email the person with the document link to sign, and then they get it done. So you might find that a workflow will be okay for you there, Majed. Looking through here. Now, Georgios, you have asked a good question about, do you work for phone integration? So that is something that we will probably be bringing out. And now, if you may have seen, if you're at the beginning of the webinar, that we had a roadmap, we were going to be doing voice chat next after live chat. So that means that you'll be able to come onto the chatbot. Let's go up to here a minute. And then you'll be able to communicate via voice in a similar way. For those of you that may have had a go with ChatGPT, and you've done that, you've had a voice chat, we're going to be integrating voice into your chatbot and giving people the ability to choose. Do they want to chat, or do they want to type, or do they want to voice chat? And that's coming. But when it comes to actual phone calls, then yeah, that is a direction that we may well be going in, to make your chatbot absolutely like at the core of all of your communications. So it could answer not only messages from your website, from all of your social media channels, and deal with all of that, and also maybe even incoming voice calls as well. All, like having this expert trained on your business AI that is doing the work of like goodness knows how many people, and all for, a low monthly fee, or even lower if you pay annually with us. And let's just talk about the pricing as well here. So on a monthly basis, we've got our free plan, which will give you 50 messages a month. And then you can crawl websites up to 100 pages, which covers most small businesses. Then we've got our business plan, which is one of the most popular. That gives you 5 chatbots and 5,000 messages per month, and a lot of storage as well. So you get plenty of storage to input tons of content, and you can crawl big sites up to 5,000 pages. You get all of your chat history and usual stuff, Zapier AI actions, and then all of the different language models as well. And you get that automated knowledge assistant that I was showing you, where if it doesn't know the answer to a question, it will just populate that Q&A, give you a quick shout and say, hey, you need to come and have a look. The bot couldn't answer a question. What do you want me to say next time? So you get that as well. 5 team members and so on. $69 a month for 5 of them with 5,000 credits, And then this one, the essential plan, just for people getting started. You get a lot of the features. You do get the Zapier AI actions as well, so that you're able to build agents and all of the LLMs, but you're getting 2 chatbots and 2,000 messages per month, and still a very healthy 12 million characters of data storage, and websites up to 2,500 pages. So, and then just down here, as you expand or grow, and maybe you create chatbots for different purposes. For example, we have a lot of universities now that use us to deal with students who are on courses for like AI courses and things. And they have quite a lot of chatbots that they give to all of their students to use to learn how to build chatbots. So as you expand, you can add more chatbots by moving up the plan or down the plan, whatever you want to do. You can move up and down. And then you can also have some more flexibility by adding extra chatbots one at a time, or extra messages by the 1,000, or even extra data storage as well. And then furthermore down here, you can remove our branding from the chatbot. So just down here, where we'll have like powered by fastBots. If you want that gone, the reason we charge for that, by the way, is because we do get business from people who use your chatbot and go, wow, this is brilliant. This is fantastic. We should get one of these. And then they'll click on the link sometimes. So obviously that's how we fund ourselves in a way, and keep the price low for our chatbots. So if you want to remove that, we do have a small charge per month. And then we've got the custom domain feature, which is for white labeling the chatbot. You don't need to worry about that if you're just putting it on your own website and you're not reselling the chatbot. So that's the kind of the pricing explained. Obviously, you save money if you go annual. We give you 2 months free. So that amounts to quite a saving. For example, with business, you were doing $69 a month. Now it's only $57 equivalent. So instead of $828 a year, you're paying $690. Likewise, with the essential plan, it goes down to $24 a month equivalent, just $290 a year for an AI assistant that can answer questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to multiple people using it in multiple languages, and deal with all of your social media inquiries. I think that's pretty good value. And that is why AI is going crazy at the moment. And, we are getting busier by the minute. So now let's have a little look and see if there's any more questions just before we kind of wrap things up here. But this has been fantastic. I really enjoyed doing this with you all. Can the client, now this is another good question here. Here we go. Can the client upload figures, I guess that means, or PDF? Now, the answer to that is no at the moment, but it's another feature we are bringing out, Edwin. So very soon, what we'll do is we will have on our chatbot, if we can just go back to, let's just go back to fastBots there a second. that you can probably see. Somewhere down here, we will have the classic paperclip where people can then upload. Here's a good example of what someone may want to upload. We've got quite a lot of e-commerce store owners who use our chatbots. And sometimes somebody might say, oh, my goods have arrived broken and damaged. Well, we can train the chatbot to say, okay, could you send us a picture of the packaging, please, so we can take a look at it. And then they can actually upload the picture, and the AI can analyze the picture and understand, what damage has occurred and whether it needs to send out a new one and so on. And like you say, being able to upload a document could be useful if you want to have the chatbot analyze those figures. So we are introducing that as well. And we're probably going to be putting that in between live chat and voice chat. So it won't be too long, I hope, before we've got that ability. And again, anything that's uploaded is not used to train the AI models. So when you're connecting to all these AI models in the way that we are, it's not used to train it. So that's very, very important. You can imagine the big corporate companies and even small companies that are very concerned about data protection do not want all these AI models and companies getting hold of very sensitive data. So that's very important. And when we take the security of all of our customers' documentation very, very seriously at fastBots. So what have we got here? Any more here? Any ideas how to index service manuals? Okay, so Clement has asked about service manuals. Now, that depends on the format of them and how complicated they are. Now, at the moment, when we're going over, say, for example, a PDF, which a lot of manuals are in PDF format, there may be a lot of images in there, which don't mean anything to our system. They'll just skip over that. But if there's text in there, then our system can do it. And in fact, we have the ability to do optical character recognition, which is OCR. So that means if I was just to take a picture of this and then upload it as a PDF, it would be able to recognize this text and then put it into your chatbot's knowledge. So we can do PDFs like that, not just kind of a text that you can copy and paste. So sometimes if it's a photograph, for example, in a PDF, you're not going to be able to copy that text. Well, our system is capable of recognizing the text and then training the chatbot. So it's pretty powerful. Again, took a long time to create and cost a lot of money, I might add. Any more questions then, guys, just before we wrap things up? Just looking at all these questions here. Now, if there's any question that you didn't get answered, then, it is important to me that you get everything that you want. So I'd like you to please email this address here that I've put in the Q&A, which is info@fastbots.ai. I'm going to put it over here as well in chat. There you go. So Patrick, we will email out the recording. So don't worry, you will get the recording of this. I'll make sure that it goes out to everybody. And yeah, let's take a little look now. Oh, actually, yes. I mean, someone's just put here, Sydney said, are there any discounts? Well, because you've attended this webinar, yeah, there is. So what I'd like you to do is if you want to upgrade right now, you can get your first month on any plan for half price. And you just click the link that I've put up there in the webinar software, and then it will take you to our coupon code page, which looks like, let me just get out. There you go, like this. And then you can just copy any one of these codes. So if you want to upgrade to the business plan, just copy that code there. And then when you go to upgrade, put it in the relevant place, and you will be able to get that basically half price for your first month. So pretty good going. So I'm glad you asked and reminded me of that, because otherwise I might have forgotten. Okay, guys, I think we're coming to the point. We've been here an hour and 10 minutes. I hope I've managed to keep you relatively entertained with of how to set up your chatbots. The good question here. Just have a look at this question. Does the chatbot learn on the history of its chat? It doesn't need to, because it knows everything that's in the chat, because it already said it and it was able to answer all the questions. Then it doesn't need to kind of learn off the past. Because if you think about it, it's just a user asking a question, the chatbot answers that question, it gets it right, then it gets it right. It doesn't need to kind of learn how to get it right again. But like I was showing you with the Q&A system, then anything that it doesn't know will go into here, so that, in fact, there you go. Someone's asked a question, is it raining in Coral Gables? Well, I can tell you that if we had connected up a Zapier AI action to a weather app, we could actually even find that out and answer that question. But the chatbot doesn't know because it doesn't have the weather like in its training data. So it's put, apologies, I do not have that information. And now I will get an email saying, you know, there's been a question here that's not answered. So I'll just put, I can make the right answer. I'll just put, yes, it's raining. Click save. And that's it done. Next time someone asks that question, we can try it out, can't we? I'm putting myself on the spot here. Let's have a little look. I'll say it again. Is it raining in Coral Gables? Yes. And there you go. Your chatbot's just been trained what to say by you and improved. So hopefully that whole Q&A thing has just become a little bit clearer there now. Welcome aboard, Sydney. And she says it is raining. So cool. Well, it's raining here. Trust me, we've got a right old storm coming over across from Ireland at the moment. Another one of those named storms. So we're getting a bit of that. Thankfully, I'm down the south coast, so not as bad. Mohammed runs a real estate brokerage company. Wow. Yeah, you can use it real good for that. I mean, I've got clients in a state agency using the chatbot, and it's going very well. Let's just take a look here. Here we go. Here's an estate agent in the UK. Again, you know, you can use the chatbot. And what do? You know, find me a property. Find me a property. And then what does it do? Can you please provide me more details, what you're looking for? And I can go on here. And I can say, well, I'm looking for a 2-bedroom flat. And it will say, no problem. We've got these 2-bedroom flats. And it will show us. So brilliant for estate agents. And there's so many niches. Sorry, Sydney. So yeah, Sydney, the man, not the woman. So maybe I was thinking of that girl who's in all those movies at the moment. What's her name? Sydney someone. Sydney. I can't remember her name now. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. So welcome aboard. Anyway, really, really pleased that you've decided to join us. And there's quite a few other people who've upgraded as well. And so that's great. We'll look after you now. And don't forget, in your account, I want to point out 2 things that will help you. One is this. We have a support right here. We've got a support chatbot that's trained on the platform. It's read all of the help documents. And so it can guide you through the process of doing pretty much anything. Then if you've got a more complicated thing that you need some help with, then use this form, fill it out. The reason we get you to do this is because we need to know your fastBots account email so that we can go straight to your account and look at your chatbot. And you've got your chatbot name there as well, because some people have several chatbots. And of course, we need to know which one you're talking about. And then a link to the chat history. If it's said something crazy or you're not happy with a particular answer, then just drop us a link to the chat history. So say, for example, here, and I'm like, I'm not happy with this. So you just go up, you copy the URL at the top. And then when you're going to the support, you can just paste in that link just there. And then now we'll be able to go and directly to that conversation and see what it is you're talking about. So that's that. But also, if you want to, you can use loom.com to make a video. It's free. And you can just go ahead and make a video of you trying to do something and then struggling. And then we can point you in the right direction. And we have, as well as our roadmap, we also have our help. It's help.fastbots.ai. And I might actually have that added to just here tomorrow. So it might be in your account tomorrow, but you can just go to help. Here we go. I'm going to put it in chat for you as well. There you go. Help.fastbots.ai. That took absolutely ages to make, but it's really, really comprehensive. So you can see here, we've got our getting started. There's a full video that I did last week because we made so many changes to the platform. I had to redo the whole video but it's all there for you. You can zoom in, full screen it, or you can kind of go through like this, bit by bit, and just sort of see what you're supposed to do. Zoom in and have a look and everything. So it's a really good system. Then you can use the left-hand side system to just sort of scroll through. So it's anybody can do this. Anybody can set up their chatbot, 100%. Cool. So I think that's probably about it for this webinar. I want to thank absolutely everybody for coming. Remember, if you didn't get your question answered, then by all means, just email us and I will answer it. I'll take time to go and have a little look at your chatbot, whatever it is you need. Thank you to everybody who joined, and there's been a lot, which is really, really appreciated. It's nicer when we can all get together on here. Really, we may put a community together specifically for chatbot users in the next few months, so that we can share ideas about how we're using the chatbots, for our businesses, and help each other out and learn how to use this awesome AI technology that we've all got access to now. And then again, if you're interested in reselling chatbots, then maybe drop me an email. I'll tell you about the webinar that's coming up. Or you may be ready to join now, and in which case I can show you how to do that. But that is it. We'll be doing a lot more of these webinars as well over the coming months. I plan to be doing one almost weekly to keep the training going and keep everybody moving forward so that you can do the best with your chatbots. So thank you ever so much, everyone, for attending. And I will see you again on the next webinar. Take care.